It looks as a dull gray bird, which doesn't attract anyone's attention. Perhaps only photographers. Too often it is found next to human beings. Nevertheless, it's an amazing bird, the subject of research by many ornithologists. Mongolian, short, panda desert, snow and many other species in this group of birds. But lately scientists began to worry about it. The number of sparrows, especially brownie, began to actively decline. And it was one of the reasons why the bird house sparrow was declared as the bird of 2016. The bird as the symbol is elected every year in Kazakhstan. In 2015, it was ibisbill. The bird is chosen by the Kazakhstan Association of Biodiversity together with the Bird Conservation Union of Kazakhstan.
Мы реализовали более 100 различных природоохранных проектов. Ну, если говорить о таких самых крупных...
We realized more than 100 different nature conservation projects. Well, if we talk about the most interesting results of our major operations in Kazakhstan, it has an inventory of important bird areas, territories that are important in the immigration of birds and nesting habitat for them. As a result of this work, the directory of important bird areas in Kazakhstan was released, and it is quite fundamental work which can be used not only by students but also scientific workers. This is the data that can be used by ecologists, design companies, industrial activity to know what places in Kazakhstan are important for birds immigration.
Проектирующими компаниями при планировании промышленной деятельности, чтобы знать, какие места у нас в Казахстане имеют важное значение для птиц и при миграции их.
On the world's need to preserve biological diversity as an essential condition of survival of the Earth's biosphere and if humanity itself started to speak recently. The reason for this was alarmingly rapid and accelerating disappearance of all kinds of plants, animals, ecosystems, and even certain landscapes caused by human activity.
В любой части мира у нас есть какие-то свои определенные...
In any part of the world, there are problems related to the conservation of wildlife. This, of course, can be identified as one of the main problems. We slowly go to this, and the government and other organizations, in fact, quite significant action was taken, as well as efforts to save the nature of Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan has a special place in the conservation of biodiversity in a global context by virtue of the size of the country and due to the fact that in Kazakhstan there is a great variety of natural conditions and ecological systems, species, as well as an extensive research and rational potential. Conservation of biodiversity is one of the most important priorities of state development. In 1992, the Republic has signed and ratified the UN Convention on Biological Diversity in 2 years. We have a lot of work in studying the steppe ecosystem because it is in Kazakhstan steppe ecosystems are in a wild state and on such a scale are important at the global level. Nowhere else in the world they have not been preserved in this state in the steppe. And so for us it is very important both between the components of these ecosystems interact and how human activities affect the development of these ecosystems.
И как деятельность человека влияет на развитие этих экосистем.
On the territory of Kazakhstan, there are about 500 species of birds, over 170 species of mammals, over 100 species of fish, 12 species of amphibians, more than 30,000 species of insects. To preserve the unique flora and fauna in the territory of Kazakhstan and now protected areas were established. The main task is to preserve the scenic landscape in its natural state.
Есть какие-то проекты, которые несут пока что чисто такой научный характер. В 2015 году начался совершенно новый.
There are some projects that are yet of purely scientific nature. In 2015, a brand new project has started. It will continue for 4 years. This project is aimed at understanding how agriculture affects the development of biodiversity of the region. This project is carried out in the south of Kostanay region, where there are just different types of steppe ecosystems. The purpose of this project is to understand how to find the balance between agricultural development and the conservation of steppe ecosystems.
Цель этого проекта понять, как найти вот этот компромисс, да, между развитием сельского хозяйства и сохранением степных экосистем.
Kazakhstan conducts great work on the restoration of pastures and forest ecosystems in cooperation with other countries in the Central Asian region.